Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We are just getting started. My daughter's probably going to run down here in a second because I forgot my book upstairs. But
Oops.
Jordan will not be able to make it tonight, but you guys will still see her on discussion. And I think that's all I have to update, other than I'll show you my book when it gets here. But go ahead and introduce yourself, Sam, and what you're reading tonight.
I'm Sam. A Spark of Sam is my YouTube channel, Instagram, TikTok, all the things, and it's all the things. So there it is. Tonight I'm gonna be reading Our Infinite Fates.
Ooh, have you
So
started that yet?
yes, I'm like halfway through.
Are you liking it?
I'm loving it.
I've heard good things.
Yeah, it's like historical fiction mixed with a little bit of fantasy
Yeah,
and it is kind of like wordy, but I really like that as in
yeah.
like it's really poetic. So, I'm really enjoying it so far.
That's awesome. I, saw it was on KU, so I put it on my Kindle for a random day that I feel like reading it. I love that I have KU, so I have access to a lot of fantasy books. I feel like they make a lot of those on KU.
Yes.
But I'm reading When the Day Comes, and Keisha's very excited. I am about 30-ish% into this. And so far, I'm liking it. I'm not loving it, but I'm liking it. I think I don't connect to the time period it's in as much.
Mhm.
It's just not my like favorite historical period. But I do love the aspect that she is like two different lives and has to choose like where she wants to live. So she's in 1914 and then 1774, and she wants to live in 1774. So when she becomes of a certain age, she has to pick which life she wants to live in. So I do think that's really cool.
Oh, that's kind
And
of interesting because, like, Our Infinite Fates is
is it like
where
that?
they're cursed where they can only live to 18, and then they live in different, like, another they're reborn again, and then they're in a different time period, but they've lived a ton of lives, but they only live to 18, and
Yeah.
it's so you're jumping back and forth between, like, modern day and what's currently happening,
Yeah.
and then, like, all of the other lives they've lived. So it's kinda
That's so
funny.
interesting.
That's
Yeah, so,
very
like, in
similar.
this one, every time she goes to sleep, she wakes up in that other time period. So
Okay, that's
she's
cool.
living, like, the same like, 2 different lives at the same time. But
Mhm.
she has, like, 2 different parents. That took me a minute to I was like, "What?" But I finally, like, I just had to, like, get over the fact that that doesn't make sense in my brain
Mhm.
that she's born twice, but it's very intriguing, I have to say. So, I'm hoping that Keisha said that the next one's, like, the historical stuff going on is more interesting, so I definitely
That's really
think it's
cool.
one that I will continue. But let us know in the comments what you're reading. You definitely do not have to be reading the book club pick. We have a while. So we have till July 3rd for discussion day. So I will not be reading this for a while because
Yeah.
I want it to be fresh in my mind. But just let us know whatever you are reading tonight. Hello, Keisha. No reading for me, just hanging out. I'll be packing, cleaning, etc. So this will be productivity sprints. Yay, you. I should probably use them as productivity. Yes. Hello, Corinna. I'm skipping my car class for these sprints because I love you both so much. Aw,
It's
we love
appreciated.
you. What are you reading? Wait, I know what you're reading, I think. It's blanking in my head right now. I'll think of it in a
I
second.
was gonna say she just told me to.
I listen, she tells me every day, but it's my memory, guys. Don't be offended. I just don't have great memory. Grandma Susan, how are you? Hello, I will be finishing listening to Laid Out to Rest by J.C. Eaton and then continuing to read Snow Time to Die. Awesome. I think you were reading Snow Time to Die last time. I'm going to be reading Shield of Sparrows. Oh, yeah, that's right. How could I forget? I think it's because you just started. It hasn't really hit me yet. I'm so excited to hear what you think of that. Hello, Elizabeth. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm feeling really good today, and I had the best sleep ever last night. Anesthesia, thank you for checking, Grandma Susan. Sleep always makes us feel better.
Mhm.
The premise sounds so good. It really is, and honestly, that's what's keeping me interested because I'm not loving the historical time period it's in. And so, like, it's enough that I wanna read the others because I think obviously history is gonna change, so
Mhm.
hi, lovelies. Hi, Hannah. I'm reading Thursday Murder Club tonight. I'm excited to get to that one. I'm definitely gonna try to make that discussion. Love that series. Hello, Kate. I'm reading and listening to A Curse Carved in Bone and loving it so far. I haven't heard of that one.
Isn't that the second one to A Fate Inked in Blood?
I don't know. I don't remember what it's called.
It sounds familiar. Like, I should
Hello,
know what it is.
Elizabeth. Tonight I'm reading The Dawn of the Cursed Queen, book 3 of Gods and Monsters. I wanna try that series.
She she was like after the Book of Azrael, she's like, "Yep, I'm just continuing." But the 4th
Oh,
book
so
doesn't.
that's in the same series.
I was gonna
Okay.
say, you know the 1st book.
You know why that's confusing me? Okay, there's another book, let me find it, that it's making me think of the Crescent City series that it's not Crescent City series, but they compare it to that, and it's on KU, it's like a white book. What is it called? I'm never gonna remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, well, there's a KU series, it's slipping my mind, and people compare it to Crescent City series, and for some reason, when people say the Gods and Monsters series, I always think of that one, and I don't know why.
Well, I mean, the Book of Azrael kinda reminded me of Crescent City too, so that
Yes,
is also very confusing then.
that's really funny that that one even gave you those vibes. Okay, this is why, guys. It's called City of Gods and Monsters.
Okay.
That's why every time you guys say that, I think of this book.
Okay, I've seen that.
And I've heard people say that it's really good and it's similar to Crescent City. It's the House of Devils series, and it's on KU. They're
Oh, and
very
then they have,
janky.
like, houses and stuff, which also yeah, that gives
Yeah,
Crescent City vibes. I yeah,
yeah,
that is all confusing. I and that's, like, the hard thing too with series when the series name is different than the 1st book.
yeah,
I mean, if
yeah.
it's even with, like, Fourth Wing, it's the Empyrean series, and rarely anybody refers to it
I know,
as
I
the
don't even
Empyrean
call it
series.
that.
But then you have ACOTAR, which is A Court of Thorns and Roses series.
Yeah,
So, it's
it's too
confusing. It's
confusing.
more words.
Wendy, does she realize she's living both lives when she's in the other one? Yes, she does. And her mom in the older time is also a time chaser, I think is what it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong, Keisha. She had the same thing, and she used to live, like, even farther in the future, and she chose to stay in the 1700s.
Yeah, that sounds really interesting. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
add that to my list.
Hello, Jen. Reading Shield of Sparrows tonight, only on chapter 4. Really liking it a lot. I'm so excited to hear all the thoughts. You didn't remember because I haven't seen you. I have sent you so many polos yet, or you haven't sent me so many polos yet. I think it's just my brain, Corinna. It just is my brain. Sam, you haven't read Shield of Sparrows yet, have you?
No, I'm waiting until, right before the discussion on
Yeah.
Jordan's Patreon.
I'm telling you what, guys, I'm
I'm
obsessed.
excited. I have so much fantasy to read, and I wanna save it for last so it doesn't ruin everything else for me.
I wanna read Silver Elite really bad, and Corinna keeps trying to beg me to read that, but I'm like, "I don't have time." I have so many I
Yeah.
have to read right now. Yes, it's the 2nd book. Sam, speaking of that, the next 3 months for your book club lineup is phenomenal. I'm gonna try to join them all. It really is, and I'm glad you told us ahead of time so that I can get my Libby holds in check.
Well, that's literally April and I, normally we just, like, have people vote, and then we were both like, "But what if we don't let them and we just pick?"
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
that's what we did.
usually let my host help me pick, 'cause I
Yeah.
want people who host to not, like, not be interested, you know?
Mhm.
Like, I don't wanna pick a book and be like, "You wanna read this?" And then them be like, "Not really."
No.
Time crosser. What did I say it was? I don't know if I said that. I forget already what I said. Thank you, Keisha. Keisha, did you finish the series? Where are you at in this series? Okay, guys. I was trying to find a cool ambiance, but they all had music, and we all know how much Keisha hates that. So, my ambiance is sort of boring, and it's just a desert. But I was trying to go with the theme here. So, does the top of the hour sound good?
Yes.
'Kay. Alright, we will see you guys then.
Open a business checking account and earn membership rewards points. Get 24/7 support.
Ever feel like a spectator in your own life with chronic migraine? 15 or more
living with opioid addiction can be a struggle. Supplicate.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back. How'd you do?
I read one chapter.
Such is life.
I ended up talking to my hubby for a little bit. He's getting ready for bed, so he's actually staying up later than he should, but I
Tell him to
chatted
go to
for
bed.
I know. I hear him walking right now too. I don't know, he needs to go to bed.
I read 2 chapters and I recorded
Oh.
a video clip. And then I had to put one of my kids to bed, so
It's like same, but different.
yeah. Also, the commercials, I was like, "Ugh." Like, "Forget it, I'm switching." And by the way, I wanted it to be, like, in a similar area that the book takes place in. Well, this ambiance is in Arizona. We're
I was
just
gonna
gonna
say.
pretend we're gonna pretend this is the correct desert, okay? I couldn't find another one.
It
Okay,
was
where
cute
was
though. I liked it.
At least it was peaceful.
Yes.
Hello, Danny. Joining late, just relaxing tonight, not really reading, just here to chat. Well, awesome. Hello. Hi, Betsy. Finally made it. Continuing to read the Thursday Murder Club tonight. Hope you're liking it. Hello, Laura. Currently reading Aragon, page 150 of 499. That's a large book. Oh, that was me. Just joined reading The Missing Half, starting where I left off last night at chapter 14. Are you enjoying that one?
That's on my list this month. I need to get to it.
Hi, Jules. Been running errands with my kid and went to visit my mom, just sitting down to read. Reading Key Lime Pie Murder. Fun. Getting caught up on YouTube. I've been watching YouTube a lot this week since like ending the readathons. That's like all I've done is
You could
is just
finally
watch
feel, like,
YouTube.
not guilty for watching.
Yeah, for like 3 days straight, like all I did was watch YouTube. I was like, I'm not reading anything.
It was so hard to, like, not watch YouTube videos because anytime I'd pull it up, I'm like, "Ugh, I want to support people, but at the same time, I need to be reading so we can win." And then we lost. So, at least you won, it was worth it.
Yeah. I finished my book and then scrolled because I didn't want to get going with 10 minutes left. I'm the same. If I don't feel like I can finish a chapter, it drives me nuts to stop in the
Mhm.
middle of a chapter.
Same.
4 chapters read. Good job. Read 23 pages of Shield and Sparrows. She said that the male voices were kind of weird. So I was like, well, don't use the audio if it's not good because it'll ruin your experience.
It will. Dang it. That's not good. I would planned on tandem reading. That means
I mean,
I
you may
might
not care. She didn't like the male voices very much, but she likes the other one. So I don't
watch
think
a little
Jess is
little bit.
or Jen is minding it. I think she's using audio. Made it to chapter 6 of Shield and Sparrows, which I found out Shield of Sparrows audio is on Hoopla. I don't know if anyone
Mhm.
has that, that surprised me.
So is This Woven Kingdom. At least it is for me. I know for
Really?
April, it's not. The whole series is.
That's
So
awesome.
but
Good
okay,
tip.
so I thought Hoopla was the same for everyone, but every time I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it's on Hoopla." April would be like, "It's not." And I'm like,
Yeah, it's
"Oh."
different libraries. So it
Yeah,
just depends on what your library has.
which I have a super rural library, and I only get 5 holds on Libby, which is so hard, and we have, like, nothing new that ever comes out, but our Hoopla, it's like they made up for it on Hoopla, which I
Yeah.
actually prefer.
My Libby, definitely. I think they give me 10.
Yeah, that is twice as much
Yeah.
as me.
I was gonna say 5. That's crazy. But Hoopla does restrict me. I feel like they're more restrictive.
I don't get any restrictions on well, no, take that back. I get 10
Yeah.
on Hoopla.
I feel like that's kind of what mine is too.
But that's a good number, and then I like that you
Yeah.
can whatever you want, you can have it whenever. You don't have to be on hold because currently I'm on hold for several months with any slightly popular book.
Yeah, I like that Hoopla, you don't have to wait.
Yeah.
Hello, Yvette. Reading Shield of Sparrows. It's been great. Wendy, you need to get back to the Night of the Moth. Listen, okay. I found it a little confusing. I'm trying to understand this world, Yvette, okay? And I was just coming off the readathon and it was requiring too much brain power. I did, however, after you said that, my library let me renew the loan because I was having to give it back like Saturday. And I was like, there's just no way I can read this. Like every time I would try to read it, it was like one of those things where you just keep rereading the same sentence and you don't remember what you read and you have to go back and read it again. Like, because I just couldn't pay attention. And I don't know why. So it may also just be because like it just doesn't feel like a summer book. I don't know. Because it's like dark cathedral gothic vibes.
Mhm.
So, but I did get it renewed, which I was very surprised because it's a new book and they usually won't
Yeah.
let you do that. But it's because I got the book before it processed.
So
And
it's
so
like an
it's not
actual, like, the first time you're getting
so
it.
it's not in the system at all because I grabbed it before they finished processing. So like nobody knows it's even there. So like
Love
they let
that.
me renew it. Hopefully I'll be able to get to it. Mike just went to bed too, so we played with Ava for a bit. It's our routine every night. That's so cute.
Aw.
My husband just gets annoyed with our dog. He's not really a dog fan. I'm like, but look at him. Everything Oakley does, he's just like, he doesn't listen. And I'm like, he's 1. He's a puppy.
Mhm.
Like, you need to understand that what he's doing is normal puppy behavior.
Yes.
He likes cats better.
My husband is just an animal guy, which is great because I am an animal person.
Yeah. I started a load of laundry, packed, and am clearing out some photos on my phone. Don't even get me started on how many photos are on my phone. It's bad. Hello, lovelies. Just joining. I finished The Tenant and started Beautiful Ugly. Well, welcome. What'd you think of that one? I personally loved it. I dropped out of my readathon this month. It was too much. Yeah.
Mhm.
I finished another one in Gwen's Patreon just this past weekend. So after that, I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing any readathons for a while.
Yeah, you're crazy.
They're so much fun, but like I get too competitive and I just wear myself out. And I feel like I have to read really fast. And I know
Yeah.
like you don't really have to, but like I feel like I have to.
Yeah, I'm the same way. And, like, I typically, when I listen to books, I'll listen at, like, 1.75, but for the
Mhm.
readathon, nothing less than 2.25. Like,
Yeah.
for Mystery Mayhem, I was like, "Nope, we are just"
Yeah.
and, like, I can understand it, but I like to just, like, enjoy books sometimes.
Yes, exactly. It felt like work instead of
Yes.
just like enjoying it. But it was still a ton of fun. I just feel like
Mhm.
I needed to balance it out, and I just am not capable of keeping that balance in a readathon.
We just have no chill.
Yeah, I don't have a chill. Only got about half a chapter read. The long chapters do not go away. Sam
Oh,
also
no.
finished making dinner.
Yeah, the Book of Azrael's chapters were long.
Yeah, I remember that. Corinna, I love you with my whole heart, but it's not acceptable to not like that book. I agree. No pressure, but I read about 30 pages. Awesome. Hello, Leah. Are you still at softball? That's where she is every day,
Oh my
ever.
god. What time is it for you?
It's 9. I know. She's probably just now leaving.
That's so late.
Yeah. Sam, I'll send you my interpretation of the male voices.
Yeah, please do.
I said, okay, you better stop that audio right now and switch to the physical copy. Do not let that ruin your experience. Sorry, my phone died at the softball field. Figures. Your phone always dies. This Woven Kingdom is on my Hoopla too. Yay! I only finished 2 chapters. Well, that's what I did. Which,
More than me.
they're a little bit long. Like, some of them were like almost 20 pages.
Yeah, that's about the max that I can mentally handle.
Yeah. Okay, so this one. Yeah, 22 pages for one chapter that I read this last spring.
I guess like I've been kind of lying because I didn't finish a chapter, but I also didn't realize that when there's like time hopping and they switch and like it shows like this, it's not
Mhm.
actually a new chapter.
I'm dying
But
that you're like, I guess I was lying really, but it's fine.
when it page breaks like this, I mean, technically I think I only got like a quarter of a chapter done, but I didn't even how do you now I'm like, when are there even chapter numbers in this book? I have no idea.
Oh no, Yvette says audio for Shield Spares is okay. The guy voices are a little weird. It's a female doing an aggressively deep, gruff voice.
I mean, sometimes it's easier for me to just have like one narrator
Mhm.
as much as I love having like the dual like voices, but it depends on how hard they go on trying to be a guy.
I have to do dual most of the time. I do not like how females try to do guy voices.
I can't. I'm the opposite. It's more of when the guys do like the feminine
Oh yeah,
voice
that's
too.
even worse. I hate it. I would much rather have dual, but I know they can always do it.
Well, maybe now that like it's taking off so much, they'll have a graphic audio come out and it'll be the whole cast.
Yeah,
'Cause that's
let's
my
hope
preferred.
so. 'Cause that's a bummer.
Mhm.
Like did you read Powerless?
Yes.
I loved the male voice. I did
Mm.
not like the female voice at all. I didn't know what it was about her voice, but I did not like it.
I don't remember
So I
liking
just
or
couldn't
disliking
use
her
the
voice.
audio because she was, like, ruining it for me, but I loved his voice. Sometimes I
Mhm.
would just use audio for his chapters because I loved it so much. I got 10 on Libby, but there is nothing on there, and I only get 5 on Hoopla with a lot more options.
Oh.
That's a bummer.
I'll stick with my reverse.
Yeah. Our Hoopla was so high, but they just cut the library budget, and apparently it's expensive for libraries. Mine now allows 12.
That's a random number. That's a good number still.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, Yvette.
Hmm.
I haven't checked for this Woven Kingdom, but Shield of Sparrows was on there, and I was just shook. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I have a lot of good ones on there.
I'm loving it. I'm just laughing at the male voices.
That's all that
Read it
matters.
with you. You will love the sidekick. Like, I only got 75 pages in, Yvette, so I don't know what chapter that was. It was not very far at all. But I started it, like, last month during the readathon, and I kept having to put it down for the readathon. Then I started another readathon with Gwen's Patreon. I had to keep putting it down because it was just too long, and I don't have the audio. And so I don't feel like having to put it down a million times helped matters. Because like, I don't even remember much of what I read.
Yeah, that's hard. When you can't get, like, into it a good chunk and it's so
Yeah,
spaced out,
yeah.
and then you're
Constant
confused to begin
interruptions.
with.
Jen, we are at the same spot. I already said both of you spam me with all your thoughts on Shield of Sparrows. I will stand by this, that if Onyx Storm had not come out this year, that Shield of Sparrows would be my favorite book of the year.
That's exciting.
Yes. But I'm sorry, Onyx Storm has to take that seat.
I love the
I
Onyx
don't care what
Storm.
anyone says, because I know some of you on here didn't love it. I get the message on Hoopla a lot that I have to check back after midnight, so I prefer Libby because of that. I get 10 loans and 15 holds on Libby and only 7 borrows on Hoopla per month.
Mm.
15 holds on Libby, that's a good bit.
Yeah, I get 5, and then I can loan 5, and that's very limited.
Yeah. Oakley is very energetic. He is, but he's a puppy.
Mhm.
It is normal behavior. Mike wasn't a dog fan either until Ava, but you're so right with men and puppies. It's like they think they understand English instead of trigger words. Like, literally, my husband's like, "Why isn't he listening?" He d oh, I know what he was getting upset about. This is ridiculous. This just shows you how unfair he's being. Because he kept going outside and, like, rolling in this, like, muddy spot, and so we've had to repeatedly give him baths, and my husband's like, "I keep telling him not to go over there, and I keep yelling at him, and he keeps doing it, and blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "It's a puppy, and
Yeah,
he wants to roll in the mud, like, what is wrong with you?"
and
That
that's
doesn't make him a bad dog.
I feel like every dog I've had, as soon as you bathe them, the first thing they wanna do is go roll in
Yes,
something, and if they have a one favorite spot, that's what they're gonna roll in.
exactly. I'm like, "Get it together." I feel the same way, and I am such a slow reader. I did not like The Tenant at all. Oh, no.
Mm.
It has been ages since I rated a book that low. I loved it. I had a blast. The male voice sounds a little like Dracula. You're not selling this
Oh,
audio.
no.
Sam, what is your back wall? It's so much color, I can't tell what it is.
Oh, okay. Well, I just added and my light is super harsh. It's so, like, I have watercolor flowers, but then I just 3D printed this little wall mount for all my Funko Pops.
So
So,
cute. Monsters, Inc.
yep, I have Monsters, Inc., Grogu, Aurora, and Maleficent. I can't see backwards. Moana, Pocahontas, Anna from Frozen, Amon-Ra St. Brown from the Detroit Lions. And he's my favorite player, and Belle. So, my little
So
brother
cute.
likes to get me Funkos, and my shelf had, like, no more room, and now I have a 3D printer, and I was like, "Oh, there's this free file," so I 3D printed
That's
it,
awesome.
and it matches because I have hexagons in the same color with that hold my glitter on my other wall, so it
Mhm.
fit. I just need to paint this shelf because it really bothers me that it's wood color still.
It's just the natural look.
It doesn't match the vibes here. The rest of my house is, like, all, like, natural and, like, farmhouse and not
Yeah.
in here. This is, like, my fun bright color room.
For some reason, men narrators like to giggle for the female voice. When was the last time you giggled? We are not just giggling willy-nilly. You're so funny. The female reader for Palace was terrible at male voices. The male reader was so good. Yeah. I could I just can't with the female
I
reader
don't
in that book.
remember now. I just
Also,
listened to,
I don't like
Reckless.
the narrator of Hunger Games at all.
I haven't listened to it.
Now, Sunrise on the Reaping was good, but the Hunger Games, which I found out there's more than one narrator. So some people had a different narrator at their library
Oh.
and they said it was good, and the ones that I got was not good. So I just had to end up physically reading because it was ruining my experience.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, you have to get farther. I just checked where you left off. There's so much to go. Oh, I know. And that's why I was saying it's not like I'm DNFing, like I can't stand this book. It was just like I literally had so much going on and my brain was like not computing. Laura makes sure to borrow in the morning from Hoopla. Same happens to me afternoon. Hmm. I don't notice a difference in time.
Mm-mm.
Shield of Sparrows finally filled the hole that Onyx Storm left behind. Yes. I agree. I had the same feelings that I do reading that series. But
That's
it's not
exciting.
obviously, like it's just not going to match Fourth Wing, so don't expect it to match that, but, like, I just had, like, I can't stop reading, I can't wait to read, and then as soon as I finished, I just wanted to reread it. Like, I just
Mhm.
loved it so much.
Well, and there's something about, like, that first book in a series too that just, like, when it can grab you,
Yeah.
it's exciting.
Yes. I don't even know if I have a limit on Libby. Krina,
Don't
where
talk
is your photo? Oh, yeah, where is your photo? I thought it was just a glitch on my end.
Yeah, it's only her. Weird.
Those are some big words, Hannah. I keep telling him not to. He doesn't understand English. PS, he's a dog. Exactly. Yes, Jen Dracula. I can't.
See,
Hello,
when I think of
Tiffany.
Dracula too, I just think of, like, Hotel Transylvania, like the Adam Sandler, like, movie, because that's one of my husband's favorite, and then so that makes it even worse in
I
my
haven't
mind.
seen it.
You haven't seen Hotel Transylvania? It's
Mm-mm,
so cute.
I haven't.
Well, don't watch it now because it's kind of
I thought you were like,
Halloweeny.
"Go watch it right now." That's what I thought you said.
No, don't watch it. If you're not liking the vibes of, other books because it's just not summery right now,
Yeah.
Hotel Transylvania is definitely Halloween, but it's
Hello,
cute.
Tiffany. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. I feel like that should be a saying, "When you get in a fight, girl, hold my glitter." Their male reader for Power, he is seriously amazing. I wish he was all fantasy male, like, narrator. He's so good. Wendy, I wonder if we had the same narrator for Mockingjay. Probably because we both hated it. She's not good. Silver Elite gave me Fourth Wing vibes. Literal first book, but this probably isn't the crowd to hear that. I haven't read Silver Elite, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
I will say I'm not nearly as hyped to read Silver Elite.
Yeah. I have 4 library cards for Libby, so I have 68 holds. Yeah, I have multiple cards too.
Yeah, I used to have another card, and then they're like, "Pay us," and I'm like, "Never mind."
Well, I used to live in a different city in this state, and I had a library card there, and I still have it. It still works. So, that helps me.
Yeah, ours are really strict. If you are not, like, in that town, you cannot, like, even attempt,
Yeah, they
but
haven't even asked me to, like, verify since I got it, and that was, like, I don't know, 7 years ago.
that's crazy.
I'm like, "Well, I'm just gonna keep using it."
Yeah, no kidding.
Ma'am, even if I have seen Hotel Transylvania, it's so cute. Oh, I'm a part of a summer camp card making event, and we are put into cabins based on colored cardstock. We change our photos so we will know what cabin we were in minus powder. Oh,
Oh.
I was like, Karina, what's with the picture? OMG, all my glitter. Wow, a movie Hannah has seen. So funny. Silver Elite was really fun and definitely worth the read.
I'm excited for it, just not as excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Corinna
I
has
just
me hyped, but I'm worried because people said if you read Shield of Sparrows first,
is
you
yeah.
might not love it as much. So that's what has me hesitant.
That's what I heard too, and I'm not gonna get to Silver Elite this month, there's just no way,
Yeah.
and I don't know, I've heard people, like, really like it, but I've just heard, yeah, it's not Shield of Sparrows,
Yeah.
so
But hopefully I love it. You
yeah, I'm
never know.
excited for it.
Have you guys read Silver Elite? It's on my
No.
TBR. Well, we just answered that. There are a few of good male readers. I enjoy Anthony and Teddy Hamilton for
Oh,
fantasy
Teddy
too.
Hamilton. I love Teddy Hamilton.
Corinna, please share from your workshop. I'd love to see. Oop, the comment came in and it skipped. A city in my state gives free ones to the state, which has helped my Libby. That's good. I'm worried too. I will, Yvette. All right, let's do one more sprint because we are grandmas. Don't yell at me, Yvette. It is what it is, okay? Because I feel it coming from you. You are in a different time zone, but you just got here, so you'll appreciate my ambiance is from your state. So you get to pretend like you're in your state. All right, let's do 15 after. One last long one. And I will see you guys then.
Sometimes it takes a different approach.
Great. Let's go with that one.
To see the possibilities all around you. At Capella University, you'll learn in-demand business skills relevant to the career you want.
Mom is no underdog.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Getting tired.
Oh my gosh, I was fighting for my life. I think I yawned like 15 times.
You get any reading done?
I actually did. I'm kind of annoyed because I'm also at the point where my book's getting really good and I just want to stay up to read, but I have 100 pages left and I just don't
Yeah.
think I could do it. But I don't remember what chapter or page I started at, but I was at 54% and now I'm at 68%. So, I mean, it seems like I have a lot left, but it's only like 330 some pages. I only have
Yeah.
like 100 pages left.
Well, I got 3 chapters done,
So
and they're long chapters, so, like, it takes a minute. So I am glad that I have the audio. Let us know how you guys did. That was
Mhm.
the last sprint, so if you're just hopping on. I read Silver Elite first on purpose, The Night and the Moth and Now Shield of Sparrows. I might have already read that. I should be in class now, but I chose Sam and Wendy.
Aw.
Teddy Hamilton is the worst. The only time I am okay with his narration is when he was a creepy killer.
No.
And she said, no, this is her complaining about our last sprint. Yes, Sam, in fairness, I would listen to Teddy Hamilton read the phone book, though. She said,
Yes. I love
is it a
him.
pirate ship? Pretend I am in my state. Why the heck would I have to pretend? I
You're
literally
sad.
live this. I protest. And then she said, don't you turn off your camera. Oh, good times. April hopped in.
The
Re-listened.
I will say though, when the commercial came on, like, I could hear a guy talking and I was like, "What is going on?" And then I'm like, "Oh, it's another commercial." You just can't
Re-listening to Air
win.
of Fire, so I get to jump into Queen of Shadows. Yay. 21 pages. My eyes are closing. I think we're all feeling that way. Made it to chapter
Except
10.
Yvette.
Got through 3.5 chapters that time. Read 2 chapters. Started falling asleep. I have 1 hour and 28 minutes left in Air of Fire. Go you. I
You can
didn't
finish
read because
tonight.
I was online shopping. Funny. Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up so that we can get to bed. But thank you guys for joining. Our discussion, I think, is July the 3rd at 8. It's a Thursday. So you still have plenty of time to read The Swoven Kingdom, and it's all on Fable if you want chapter breakdowns. But the discussion will be on YouTube. So we will see you guys then.